People panicked as they saw the insects running around the carriage. "Hey, why would you do such a thing?" While some people were staring blankly, the quick-witted pushed toward me. "You son of a bitch!" "You better find them soon. There are only 3 minutes left." These words were a signal as people started to look everywhere among the subway seats like beasts who had lost their minds. "I got it! Ah!" The joy of those fortunate enough to obtain an insect, as well as the malicious attacks on them, caused the carriage to become chaotic. "Hey, why would you do that? Couldn't you just give them the insects?" I looked back. I saw Kim Nam-woon raising his body. I responded cautiously to Kim Nam-woon, who was stretching his neck. There were 12 people remaining. Huh? There were 3 insects left in the collecting net. Kim Nam-woon frowned for a moment before smiling broadly. 12 to 3? Yes, not all of them could survive anyway, so you threw that thing? Yes. Don't make me laugh. A person with common sense wouldn't do such a thing for that reason. Kim Nam-woon's smile widened. Tell me honestly, you just wanted to see this scene, didn't you? I recalled the Kim Nam-woon that I knew from Ways of Survival. At this moment I heard a message in my ears. Exclusive skill, character list is activated. Next, a window opened in front of my eyes. I still didn't know what exactly my attribute was, but I looked at the window in front of me. Character information. Name, Kim Nam-woon. Age, 19. Constellation support, none. 2 constellations are currently showing interest in this person. Private attribute, Chunibyo, general. Exclusive skills, unusual adaptability, level 1, knife fighting, level 1, blackening, level 1. Overall stats, stamina, level 3, strength, level 4, agility, level 6, magic power, level 4. Overall rating, a Chunibyo who was blackened by a special occasion. It is recommended that you don't get involved with him. Most of the Chunibyo that appeared in Ways of Survival committed suicide because they couldn't endure the nightmare that had become real. However, the Chunibyo before me, Kim Nam-woon, was different. He was the delusion demon, Kim Nam-woon. The young man who later became known by this nickname wasn't an ordinary Chunibyo. This young man who had been waiting for the destruction of the world for a long time and adapted to the world at an unusual speed. Team up with me. How about it? The young man was now making an offer to me. The character Kim Nam-woon has a favorable impression of you. Your understanding of the character Kim Nam-woon has increased. My immediate survival was guaranteed if I held hands with Kim Nam-woon. If I hadn't read Ways of Survival, my choice might have been a little bit different. I'm sorry, but I like to be alone. Really? It's regrettable. Kim Nam-woon licked his lips lightly and stood close to me. And can you step aside? I have something to do with that old lady behind you. Hearing his words, I looked back to see the bleeding and collapsed grandmother who was barely breathing. What do you want? Do you have to ask? You aren't catching the insects? Insects? Why would I catch that? Kim Nam-woon laughed. I already have caught an insect in front of me. I could feel Kim Nam-woon's murderous spirit. The character that only existed in the novel was facing me with vivid madness. Therefore, I felt a bit in awe. Kim Nam-woon really was the person I had imagined. The character Kim Nam-woon has a slight decrease in favorability. What are you looking at? Aren't you going to move aside quickly? It's tough. What? I won't move aside. Are you now going to imitate the apostles of justice? Do you have multiple personalities? I didn't answer. A dark shadow slowly crept into Kim Nam-woon's face, and his shining eyes were becoming cold. No, wait a minute. Did you throw the net over there to do this from the beginning? Really? You want to save the grandmother? Amazing, really amazing, no? Yes? I still didn't answer. As I looked closely at this guy, old memories resurfaced. Turns out you're the type of person I hate the most. All old bastards are the same. They were memories of the times I had been frustrated by this brat during Ways of Survival. The character Kim Nam-woon despises you. What did you say? I considered the timing and lowered my head, avoiding the fist that flew before the words were even over. Not bad. Despite knowing it was coming, I felt a sense of heat from above my head. It wasn't an ordinary punch. Blackening level 1. A dark aura rose from Kim Nam-woon's whole body. This was the exclusive skill of the Chunibyo attribute. It was rare to release a skill before the end of the first scenario, but Kim Nam-woon was already showing a skill. This was the reason why the main character had recruited him, despite his psychopath nature. After he hit it, my right shoulder spasmed. There was no way to win if I kept fighting this way. Should I use that now? I was calculating the time when I heard a message. Your understanding of the character Kim Nam-woon has increased. You were close to the conditions of use for the exclusive skill Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint Level 1. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint? What was this? The conditions of use for the exclusive skill Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint Level 1 has been reached. Kim Namwoon's fist missed me and I struck the ground. What? Haven't I become stronger? A faint fist mark was left on the ground. Kim Namwoon was realizing his current strength little by little. The fist that could break a bone with a single blow kept hitting the ground. Kim Namwoon was frustrated and couldn't control his temper. Ugh! Why can't I hit you? Of course he couldn't hit me. It was all thanks to my second skill. Exclusive skill, Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, level 1 has been activated. As soon as this skill was activated, I was able to observe Kim Namwoon's attack direction like I was reading his inner thoughts. For example, like this. Right side. I quickly moved away from the direction of the attack. Right eye. Then I quickly bent down and avoided the flying fist. You really are good at not being hit! It was unreasonable to counterattack because I was poor at sports, but I could at least avoid most of the attacks. Left thigh. This was enough to endure it. The important thing was to buy time. I avoided Kim Namwoon's fist and pointed the clock in the air. There are only 2 minutes left, kid. The distressed Kim Namwoon alternated between looking at me and their grandmother. Damn it! At the moment of choice, Kim Namwoon's gaze was fixed on the grandmother's side. I was forced to grab the grandmother and roll away. If the grandmother died, Kim Namwoon would clear the scenario. No matter what, I absolutely couldn't send this guy to the next scenario. I knew you would move like that! As Kim Namwoon took something out of the bag, I had an ominous feeling. A blade shone in the fluorescent light. It was a portable MacGyver knife. I'd forgotten. This person was a die-hard military otaku. There was a link between the technical skill, knife fighting, and the strengthening skill, blackening. The direction of the blade pointing was obvious. Heart. It was an attack that couldn't be avoided even if I knew the direction, so I made a quick judgment. If I couldn't avoid the attack, it was better to be hit somewhere with minimal damage, if possible. The blade narrowly missed my heart and made a deep cut on my shoulder. It hurt. It really hurt. There was a searing pain in my skin, my vision shook, and it felt like death was approaching. Haha! Now die! The time remaining to the end of the scenario is 1 minute and 30 seconds. I glanced toward the grandmother. I was sorry for the grandmother, but now I really had to use that. Chungyil High School, 2nd year. Kim Namwoon, I have a question for you. What? Do you think an insect is a living thing? I took out the body of the grasshopper I'd killed earlier from my pocket. The plump egg sac was clearly abundant. There was the sound of something popping and something fluid spilling out. The disgusting feeling spread over my hand as I heard the message. You have killed a living thing. 100 coins have been earned as additional compensation. You have killed a living thing. 100 coins have been earned as an additional compensation. Multiple messages bombarded my ears. Kim Namwoon frowned. Insect egg? What are you saying? You're trying to waste time? I guess so. How would I know something like that? I was all sleeping in biology class. Kim Namwoon looked at my bloody shoulder and laughed happily. But there is one thing I know for sure. Do you know what that is? What is it? You will die right now! Kim Namwoon moved his Swiss knife before I could answer. It was an attack that was hard to avoid. A large number of coins have been acquired. Do you wish to check the coin usage tips? I omitted the explanation that entered my ears. There was no need to listen when I already knew the contents. No, it is you who will die. I spat out while inwardly muttering something else. 2,700 coins have been invested into stamina. Stamina level 1 to stamina level 10. Your stamina level has increased dramatically. The durability of your body has greatly increased. Kim Namwoon's knife penetrated toward my heart. To be exact, it looked like it was penetrating. My skin was like a solid rock, and the only thing that remained on it was a scratch. Kim Namwoon's eyes showed that he was astonished. How? I'll tell you the correct answer to my question. The answer is, an egg is a living thing. What? And in spawning season, grasshoppers lay more than 100 eggs at a time. Egg, living thing, 100. Unfortunately, the time left to understand the meaning of the information was too short for the schoolboy with a bad brain. What are you saying? It doesn't matter if you don't understand. There's only 1 minute left. Now, fear appeared in Kim Namwoon's face. Die! Die! The knife moved toward my neck. I didn't even bother defending against the attack. Clang! Was it because the arrow was more vulnerable than the neck? The wound was a little deeper than before, but it still didn't hurt much. Kim Namwoon. Behind Kim Namwoon, there was people who were still crawling and looking for insect, as well as those who were willing to hurt each other for their own survival. You are right. I am the same type of human as you. Maybe I could have saved those people. Shit! Why don't you die? Why don't you just die? 55 seconds. 50 seconds. 45 seconds. The knife kept leaving only scratches. Blood flowed, but the blade couldn't reach under the skin. There were 30 seconds left when Kim Namwoon opened his mouth. He dropped the knife and knelt before me. Save me! 25 seconds. Save me. Please. Help me. Why should I? 20 seconds. People's lives are important. That's obvious. That is the rule of the old world. It's just as you said. A new world requires new laws. 10 seconds. I don't want to die. 5 seconds. Kim Namun grabbed me with a loud scream and aimed for my eye, the moment the knife tried to dig my retina. The given time has run out. There was a loud sound, and Kim Namun's head exploded. Paid settlement will begin. Beginning with Kim Namun, people's heads started exploding everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. The bursting heads were like fireworks announcing a new era. I watched the scene with a bit of joy, a bit of guilt, and a mysterious feeling. Why? Why was I so calm at the sight in front of me? It was like I was looking at a novel. You have killed 124 living things. Kill history. 1 grasshopper. 123 grasshopper eggs. You have killed non-resistant living things, so the number of coins you have acquired is reduced by half. 6,200 coins have been acquired. The number of coins used for stats level up is automatically subtracted. You have a total of 3,500 coins. The mass murder achievement has been gained through excessive killing. My face could be seen on the darkened window of the carriage. It was a face I'd never seen before, despite looking to the mirrors countless times in my life. I wiped at the blood out of my cheeks. The blood wasn't erased. It turned out to be the blood on the window. There was a lurching feeling, and the train started moving again. It made the familiar train noise. Soon light flooded in, and darkness was lifted from the windows. We had arrived at the surface ground section of Land 3 between Apgujeong and Oksu. Outside the window, the Han River and Seoul were revealed. Huh? Someone let out a moan. It was a moan which contained deep relief that they survived. However, it didn't take long for the meaning of that moan to change. The landscape outside of the window was no longer the Seoul that they knew. Smoke and dust arose from the ruined city. The Han River bridges had collapsed. The Han River itself was red with the bodies of soldiers, while among the fallen buildings, a monster was trampling on a K-1 tank like it was a toy. Main 1 scenario number 1. Proof of value has ended. 300 coins have been acquired as a base clearance reward. 100 coins have been reduced for the channel usage fee. Additional compensation will begin. 1 world was destroyed, and a new one was born. And I was the only reader who knew the ending of this world.